Well, today we're going to go take a look at the old Tulare Lake. So usually it's dry, but it used to be a giant lake in California. I mean, really giant, which is now seems to be filled up a bit again. So let's take a look at it. Okay, we're now in the very northwest corner of Tulare Lake. And this is set up here. By the way, we're at Manteca. Manteca is going this way, and then 19th Avenue going that way. And Stratford is up there, just by a few miles, the town in California. So what's amazing about this is there's these levees from a long time ago that are still here. And that's what's like cornering this part of the lake right now. I suppose if it got any higher, it'd just flood the valley. But I'm guessing these levees were built a very, very long time ago, and they're still here. And look what it did. It actually contained, look at this. I mean, it's like an ocean here. It's amazing.
So nice. Look at it's like an ocean.
This is such an amazing thing to happen. Wow, it's so big. And then right here's a canal. I know nearby I saw the Kings River, but I don't know if this is part of it here. It's going back there, or like along here, or if it comes in a different direction. There are birds there, look. They're enjoying it. This will be a great place for birds to stop through. Okay, get away. Wow, this is amazing. Okay, so we found the revived Lake Tulare. So we're on 6th Avenue, just south of Quebec. So if you look around, look, that's the road we were on here, coming from this way. See, we came down this road right here, and you can see it continues there, but it doesn't continue because it's totally swallowed up by water. There's water that way as far as you can see. There's water that way as far as you can see. So basically, the water's butting up against the Amtrak, or I guess whoever owns those tracks is probably like Santa Fe or something like that. And so that's on near the 43, and then it goes by, I guess by Alpa down there. And then it goes way out there towards the 41, California State Route 41. The 5 is actually out that way, and then the 41 is kind of like on the top of it. And so that's the extent of this water here, and it's amazing. So this lake once was huge. Like it was a huge lake. If you just look online, you'll see how big old Tulare Lake was before they dammed it all up with Kings Canyon, and I think probably Lake Isabella and Kern River probably dumped out in here too. Now you can see a lot of stuff kind of floated towards the shore here. A lot of pallet boards and all that, because as soon as it filled up with water, well, it was all buoyant. So you got a tractor tire, got boards, like I said, pallets, lots of tires, even some hay over there. So it just all kind of reminds me of the Salton Sea, which I love the Salton Sea. It's so amazing to see Tulare Lake. And there it is. Go far enough, the road just goes under. You can see the water was a little higher where all this dirt is over here. This is amazing. It's just like water as far as the eye can see. I see a tree standing way out there, but that's about it. And some farm equipment here. Wow. Anyways, yeah, so where that dirt starts is probably where it was underwater just not long ago. Might be subsiding just slightly, but I'd say it's gone down probably only about, what, like 2 feet or something? 1.5. It's just the water, if the water came up just a little bit, it'd be over the road, maybe like 2 feet. Just amazing. So we're right now looking at the portion of the lake that is east of 6th Avenue and west of the tracks that the Amtrak uses, whoever owns that. And it goes way down that way. It looks like I'm looking maybe like 7 or 8 miles, or maybe 10 miles down that way with water. And then that's the part, like I said, that goes towards the 5 and towards the 41. I know the sun's in the camera, but it's huge. And Brenda grew up here. She grew up in Wasco, which is just south of here by, I don't know, 15 miles or so. Brenda, do you ever remember Lake Tulare coming to life again like this?
No, I've never seen something like this.
And what I just noticed is, look at these tractors on the water. Look at that. They're kind of like half submerged, but I'm sure there's going to be some insurance claims. And you can see there's a house sitting in the middle of all that. I'm sure that's probably true. I can actually, there's one there, but you can also see out that way. It's hard to see, but it looks like probably like maybe it was a dairy, or I don't know what was out there, but something way out there. I'm sure there's more, because this is a big body of water now. This road here, we're on 6th Avenue here, which I said before, which turns into Corcoran Road, all the way down there, which goes all the way down to Wasco, actually. But check this out. That right there, it just stops. Water can't even go that way. So you got to go through this way. You got to go that way up through Corcoran, and then go out either to the 43 southbound, or take I think there's like the 136, the 41. There's different ways you can go to get to the 5, but this is just such a huge area here. And this guy's tractors are all under water over there. We were just looking at them. and all his whole. So this guy right here, his name is Hanson, owns that. His house is that way. It's past where all that water is. I mean, like totally underwater. Like you can't even get to his property. I mean, I wouldn't because it's private property, but I just mean, you know, the poor guy can't even get to his farm equipment. Probably had to put all those guys laid off who work on these. And that's probably true for this whole, I don't even know how many square miles this would be. It's like, if it's 40 miles around, I mean, like, kind of like, you know, like in an arc, then how many square miles is that? It's got to be huge. So it's got to be a lot of farms that got in trouble because of this. And what seems to be feeding this, by all accounts that I can see, is this is the Tulare River right here. So I'm standing on the bridge for the Tulare River. So this is a natural flow, obviously, for where water would go had there not been all the dams made by the Army Corps of Engineers and the, I can't remember the other entity that creates dams in California or in the United States. I can't remember. But anyways, so this is where the water would go. So it makes sense that it just kind of, when it's overflowing and let it go, this is where it's going to come. This is like a hydrology dream to see this. It really is like the closest thing I can say, like I said before, is that it's like the Salton Sea, because the Salton Sea sits in the middle of a very flat area. It's drier in the Imperial Valley than it is in the lower Central Valley, the San Joaquin Valley. So We're now on 16th Avenue, south of Manteca, and it would be turning on to Nevada there, but it's actually underwater. So this is where we are. You can see there's probably can't see very well, but there's another like canal or river here, and then this is completely inundated with water with Tulare Lake. Now this canal here, which goes here, I'm standing on a bridge, as you can kind of see here. This canal is called the Tulare Lake Canal. And it just so happens to be sitting right now north of Tulare Lake. So I'm sure some of this water fed it. All right, here I am at the bottom of 16th Avenue. You can see the road is just kind of ends. Like there's 16th up there from the north. There it is. Where the curve is down there, would turn on to Nevada, make a left, and then onto 15th Avenue. There's some telephone poles way down there. It's kind of hard to see. But the curve, you can see the signs, but there ain't anything else because it's all water. Look at that. Here's the road. Disappears.
Me say meow meow.
If you like what you saw, please give the subscribe button a pop and check out another video here.